Did I not record any of that? Motherfucker. All right, we are trying round 2 because I'm using new software and forgot to hit the record button because I am a pro. Much like Jennifer Walters is a pro attorney at law. That's not the greatest way to start this episode. Whatever. Is it an episode? I'm going to review every episode of She-Hulk. So it's an episode of me reviewing episodes of Doesn't matter. Hi, everybody. I'm Taylor. Welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. Please hit the subscribe, notification bell, all that fun crap that every YouTuber tells you to do. It helps the algorithm. I'm working on getting to 1,000 subs. When I do, I'm going to give away a bunch of stuff. Probably not a She-Hulk comic, because I don't think I own a single one. But I'll give away other stuff. So if you want free stuff, subscribe to my channel. And yeah, let's talk about She-Hulk. It's a half-hour show. It airs on Disney Plus. I'm sure you know all of that. It stars Tatiana Maslany. I think that's how you pronounce her last name, as Jennifer Walters, a.k.a. She-Hulk. And it stars Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk. That's as far as I'm going to get into spoilers. So 97% spoiler-free. No real spoilers from here on out. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about this show, because it's a weird show. I don't think it knows what it wants to be. It's a half hour, which kind of like, it's been wired into our brains to think, oh, a half hour equals comedy, right? And it has some comedic elements, or attempt at comedic elements. Comedic elements would be funnier. There's fourth wall breaking. There's jokes, I guess. And there's sort of supposed to be funny interactions. But none of that really stuck. And it's not really an action show. There's action, but it's not an action show. There's things that happen that are action-packed-ish, kind of, sort of. And then there's some dramatic moments, but not a ton. This show doesn't know what it wants to be. If it's trying to be a comedy, I think it fails miserably on that front, because I didn't find a single thing really funny. And I don't know if that's the writing or the directing or what. If it's trying to be just like ironically, sarcastically kind of funny, then maybe it hits. If it's trying to be an action show, it kind of failed as that. And if it's trying to be a drama, there's not really a lot of drama to speak of. So it's a confusing thing. I do think it'll probably get better as it goes along. I hope. I think it'll, in some regards, I think it'll probably ramp up the action and the comedy a little bit. Because if you've ever watched a Marvel show, this does follow kind of the Marvel typical formula of first episodes. That's all I'm going to say as far as spoilering on that goes. Spoileriness, spoilerosity. That's all I'm going to say on that one. But yeah, I just think that here's what my guess is going to happen. I'm going to guess the quality of CG is going to decline, but the action and the comedy are going to get ramped up as we go along. That's my prediction for this show. And I'm okay if that happens, because I think the action and the comedy need to ramp up. And the CG, it's okay. It's the Hulk, Mark Ruffalo's Hulk looks good. But they've had years to work on that model and stuff. And also he has like a scruffly face texture. The Mark Scruffalo-ness, the scruffalosity. That, I think, is easier for CG artists to pull off than smooth, fair skin without a lot of blemishes or, variety, I guess, to the skin texture. The She-Hulk looks a little plastic at times, and the hair looks kind of plastic. It's not deal-breaking for me. It's better than it was in the trailer that everyone was complaining about a couple months ago on the internet, because that's what people do on the internet. They complain. It's better than that. It's not perfect. It's not deal-breaking for me. I tend not to give that much of a rat's ass about how great CG is or how bad it is unless it's noticeably awful. And there are moments in this show where it's noticeably not fantastic, but it wasn't awful. And so I think that's okay, but I also think they probably spent a lot of their budget this episode on that. And I have a feeling, English, I'll learn it one of these days. I have a feeling that they're not going to spend as much money on that going forward in the subsequent episodes. They've done it with Ms. Marvel. They've done it with other shows where they just blow their wad in the first episode, and then it just kind of declines. So I'm guessing that's going to happen, but I also think that they're probably going to end up trying to incorporate more funniness, more humor, more fourth wall breaking, more something into the show. They kind of need to, because if it stays at where it's at, it's not going to hold the audience's interest very long, or at least my interest. Maybe the rest of you have different mileage and opinions. Please let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, it's okay. honestly, it's not great. It's not awful. It's kind of fine. It's better than Thor: The Lost World. Is that the one? Love and Thunder. That garbage that came out from Marvel that was also attempted to be a comedy. It's better than that. Maybe less funny than that, but better, if that makes sense. Uh, I don't think you need humor to make a quality product, but I do think that if you're trying to be funny, you should actually nail a joke or two. And so that's where this falls flat for me. I'm gonna give it another chance. I'm gonna keep watching it. I'll probably review things every week because what the hell? It's free content. Well, it's not free. I pay for Disney Plus, and then I can write off Disney Plus. Yeah. What? Wait, I have to turn this into a money making endeavor first. Damn it. All right. Yeah, it's all right. I'll keep watching it. I'll keep reviewing it. I'll try and keep it spoiler free. If anybody has any interest in a spoilery discussion and going live with me sometime, let me know. We can probably work that out because I have nothing but time, people. Nothing but time. That's all I've got. It's going to keep this review kind of short and simple and sweet and charming, much like She-Hulk thinks she is. All right, I'll have to talk to y'all later. Don't be a dick, even if you Hulk out when you don't want to. Yeah. I'll see ya.